What up, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be crocheting granny squares for 24 hours straight. Why am I doing this, you ask? My very first video, I recommend you watch it. It'll be linked down below in my description box. Basically part 1 to this video, so you definitely should watch it. I started making a granny square blanket. Yeah, it's a big project. I do have some updates and some realizations that I've realized while working on it a few weeks. First of all, I won't need more than 1,000 granny squares. That calculation was way off. I need 900 to be exact to finish my blanket. I still don't have any of the ends weaved in. And also, in my last video, I was very confused on how to attach the granny squares after I've made all of them. I've done more research and I'll put up pictures right here. The reason why it looks like there's crochet in between the granny squares, the people that made these are adding another row on their granny squares that is all the same color. And since I've made all of mine different, I will not have the same color connecting all the granny squares, which I kind of like. So instead of crocheting them together, I'm going to be sewing them together with an invisible seam. Hopefully it works out. So that's the game plan. I will show you the progress. I think I have 240. Okay, this is what I have so far. In my first video I showed you I had like a long row of granny squares, but that was gonna take up my whole living room. So I have these still in rows, but they're stacked up. If you haven't seen my first video, just go watch it. You'll see that with 3 colors I can get 6 different variations. So all the granny squares are different. So this is what I got, and I got these over here because they don't have groups yet. So as you can see, I've done a lot of crocheting since my last video. I've crocheted every single day. I'm not giving up on this project, even though it's taken me a while. I never give up on projects, especially something like this where it'll be like an heirloom in my family and it'll never get thrown away, hopefully. What we're gonna do is I am going to have a stopwatch on while I'm crocheting. I'm just gonna basically do it for 24 hours, cut in and show you progress updates. I will not be doing it for 24 hours straight though. Like, I won't do it for a whole day. Again, watch my first video for more details why I can't crochet for too long. But basically, I'm not gonna risk hurting my hands and my wrists. I think I can crochet for 4 hours a day, so it'll take me 6 days. I will stop the stopwatch every time I go to the bathroom or every time I need to make a new yarn ball, which I have to do like all the time. Yes, I'm making my own yarn balls because I'm insane and I don't want to go buy yarn when I have yarn that I'm not using. If I'm thinking correctly, I think I'll only be making 144 granny squares in 24 hours because I think that I make 6 an hour, so 6 times 24 is 144. We'll find out at the end of this if I've made more or less. I think I've gotten faster at crocheting since my first video, and also I'm not too sure if I'll have to block these or not. That would be insane to have to block all 900 of them, but since I've started this blanket, my granny squares in the beginning were a lot bigger, and now my squares 3/4 of the size. I think it's because my tension, I'm holding the yarn a lot tighter, so it's making the squares tighter. So I've tried to like loosen up so that my blanket isn't all catty-wonky. Also, I got zombie Hello Kitty up here because it's almost spooky season. Okay, let's go. Okay, I've chosen these 3 colors. Also, yeah, here's my yarn balls. It's made up of 5 different strands of yarn. Why did I do this to myself? Why am I doing this 24-hour challenge? It's making me get this done quicker. Oh, I need to start the timer. Okay, stopwatch is on. Let's see if it really does take me an hour to do 6. Alright, I'm back. My stopwatch just hit 1 hour of me crocheting. I was able to make 7 granny squares plus is this one that I just haven't cut the last piece of yarn yet. So I'm just going to cut that and count it as 8. Again, my calculations were just a little bit off. I was able to make 8 in an hour instead of 6, so that's pretty good. That means I'll most likely be able to make more than 144 in 24 hours. I'm hoping. You know, this whole project is involving a lot more math than I thought it would. Public school math classes didn't prepare me to make crochet blankets as an adult. As you can probably tell, it's getting kind of dark out. The sun is going down. I am probably going to crochet for a few more hours, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's the next day, day 2. Last night after I turned off the camera, I crocheted for another 3 hours. This is what I was able to do in the 3 hours. I was able to make 23 squares plus this unfinished one. It just needs another row. That's pretty good. Like, I can barely hold it in one hand without it all falling. I'll check in with you in another 2 hours at the 6-hour mark. I forgot to start the timer. Oh, but there's a timer on the camera, so I can see it took me 1 minute to do that. I'm gonna start the timer now at 1 minute and go for another 2 hours. Hey guys, it's actually the next day. So day 3, I did actually hit the 6-hour mark last night like I thought, but it was just too dark at that point to get on here and film. So I'm gonna show you how much I've made in 6 hours. It's a lot. I can barely even hold all of these at once. So this is how much I've made in 6 hours, plus this one little row. I'm gonna go ahead and count all these because I haven't counted them yet. This is 47 granny squares. I guess I'll check in with you next at the 12-hour mark. Okay, I'm back at the 12-hour mark. I've been crocheting for 12 hours straight. As you can see, this pile right here, this lovely stack. I can't even pick this up. Oh my god, oh my god. So here are all of these, and the ends are not weaved in. Oh my god, I was not expecting to be able to pick that up. So I have just counted what is here, and I have made 92 granny squares in 12 hours. That's an average of 7.8 granny squares an hour, which is better than I expected. My hands are getting tired, so cheers to crocheting. So I guess I'll check in with you again at the 24-hour mark, and we'll see how much I've been able to make. Okay, so I guess I'll see you in a week, or whenever I see you. Hey guys, I'm back. I have completed 24 hours of crocheting. As you can see by this absolute mountain of granny squares. I can't believe I finished it so quick. It only took me 8 days to do. I was going hard, guys. Go ahead and put in the comments before I tell you how many I made. Go ahead and guess. I'll give you a sneak peek. I keep dropping them all. Here's all of them though. I made 199 granny squares in 24 hours. That's freaking insane. It would have been so satisfying to hit 200 exactly, but it's okay. So I made 55 more than I thought I would be able to, which is crazy. Look at all the colors. This looks awesome. I'm really excited for my blanket to be done now. I'll go ahead and put a grand total at the end of this video of how many granny squares I have. But I would recommend, if you're trying to get a project done in a timely manner, like say you're making a birthday present or a Christmas present, I would recommend timing yourself and setting goals for each day. I would totally recommend it because I got a lot of granny squares done by doing this. I'm gonna go show you all the granny squares I have now laid out. Y'all, I just had a heyday trying to lay these back out in a organized manner. I don't know why I was just here tossing them around. I thought it would be fun, but I just spent like an hour organizing them. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is how many granny squares I have. That's a lot of progress. I just did the math and I have 467 squares here, which means I only need 433 to go. Pretty good. I love all the colors and how it's looking so far. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for spending 8 days with me while I crochet for 24 hours. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. I will be posting more videos. All my love to you. Bye-bye.